May 12th here in Canada. The government of Trudeau has been successful in performing a coup d'etat if you prefer. It's completely taken control of the government. We're no longer a democracy. This was accomplished by forming a coalition government with the former opposition party of the NDP. And a quick and incomplete overview of where we're at now. The Trudeau government now has the power to change laws and create laws that will, and is in fact doing so, and has been. Some examples: almost 50% of the population is no longer free to leave the country, nor to travel within the country by train or plane. The same mandates that dictate this, our inability to travel, that is, has also put millions out of work and will continue to deny ever-increasing numbers of employment. Bill 18 recently passing, being decreed, spells the death knell of the independent media, already suffering the death of 1,000 cuts. This bill severs an artery, and it is inevitable they'll bleed out shortly. May 18th, the second step in disarming the populace will begin. And within the next 2 weeks, perhaps, no more than a month, the regime will take total control of the internet. Our access to the World Wide Web and both what we can access and contribute to will be totally controlled by the government. Our mainstream media, of course, has for the last 2 years or more been no more or less than a propaganda branch for the regime, long since bought and paid for. So that system's well in place, well established, and performing quite well for them. The regime has already tested the waters in seizing and freezing bank accounts, personal assets, and property, and has been successful with it. It's a little known fact, but it's a fact indeed, that the government can legally appropriate anyone's money, savings, property, should they simply decide it is in the country's best interests. The government doesn't even deny that for over 2 years now, all communication and locations of the populace has been monitored through our cell phones. There's more I could speak of, but I think this suffices. And remember, everything Hitler did was legal as well. If I put a crown on my head and say off with his head, that's not murder. It's like, no, I made a law that says it's not. I can do that. That's as simple as that, and that's what's happening here. Please spread this video far and wide, and similar videos. There just simply is not enough people in Canada aware of what is transpiring, and the rest of the world largely is. But here in Canada, half of the people are still asleep. So yeah, it's that bad in Canada.